Today on the channel, we get back to basics with Mattel Basics unboxing and review.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Basics unboxing and review. And today, we've got a ton of basics, as we've got two versions of Dolph Ziggler. We've got Bobby Roode, we've got Reggie, Reggie, we've got Seth Rollins, we've got Xia Li. Quite the murder's row of basics here to unbox. But for all your basic needs and a whole lot more in the wrestling figure world, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And that's what I did. The holidays were a beautiful time at Ringside, as you guys know. And I play a lot of that long game on the basics. For basics, for me, I want to spend around $10. I don't want to spend a whole lot more than that if I ever have to. And sometimes you just got to wait for a deal. And that's what Ringside brought us for the holidays. It was one of those sales we're going to tell our grandkids about one day. You remember that Christmas 2022 Ringside sale? Oh, I got Buddy Murphy for $2.99. We'll be telling our grandkids about that one day. But I got all these guys for $10 or below. Man, oh man, got to get a deal. But we're going to do this review and unboxing like we do with them all here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes. We're going to do some lightning round here with these basics. So let's kick it off. Let's start it off with the man, the myth, the legend, the man that lives down the street from me, old Seth Rollins. Harry Potter's favorite son is what I always think of when I think of Seth Rollins. He used to love reading the old Harry Potter books in the locker room. I remember it well back in, I don't know, early 2000s, I guess it would have been at this time. But there he is, Seth Rollins on the back. Beautiful one because of the suit. The suit is so cool on this one. You guys know I'm a sucker for a suited figure, especially a wild suited figure. Seth Rollins' signature moves, the Stomp, the Phoenix Splash. Everybody loves that. This is Series 134, and he is a high flyer. Oh, he's flying high again like a young Ozzy Osbourne is what he's doing. It does look good, but let's get him out of the package. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what all the fuss is about. See you later. This is going to be a hard to get one, I have a feeling. I think this one will fly off the shelves pretty good for a basic. There he is in the old plastic prison. Something about a crazy Easter-like suit. Everybody wants this. See you later. He does got a little twist tie, or a little rubber band, I should say, around there to keep the tie down, which I do appreciate. See you later as I nail it right into the garbage, Larry Bird style. Gotta love that. But Seth Rollins looking really good here. He's got the white shirt, the white tie, and then the baby blue suit throughout. The suit jacket, the pants, down to the white shoes. Very, very stylish. Looks like he's getting ready to go to the Kentucky Derby. But us here in Iowa, we wear stuff like this to our business meetings, things like that. We're very crazy dressers over here in Iowa, and I can tell you that firsthand for the meetings I attend. Seth Rollins, not the biggest fan of this head on this one. This would be one of those ones that would be a really, really good idea to maybe grab another Elite. Find a head that you really like in the Elite department. Do the old boil and pop. Actually, you don't have to boil these basics anymore. I think they just pop off, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. I thought some of them did. Maybe this one doesn't for whatever reason. I'm not sure, but you could easily move the heads if you really needed to. Put a better head on this one, and I think you definitely are off to the races, and this would be a great one for customizers too. You could put anybody's head on this suit, and that's the fun of these suited figures as we've seen over the years. Of course, does he fit on a Ringside collectible stand? You know he's going to fit. Why wouldn't he? And if he fits like a glove, looking really, really good here. Looking really nice in the suited figure department. One of the better suited figures. I'm all in on any suited figure. I bought like 4 of those Baron Corbin suited figures that we got in 2022 as well. Now we turn our attention to an old friend named Reggie. Some call him Scripps these days, as he is in NXT wrestling under a mask. An interesting career path for old Reggie. Quite the acrobat, as we do know. Just very interesting. Could be first time in the line, could be last time in the line. I guess as a Reggie figure, definitely last time in the line. You can see him right there, a little glamour shot action. Almost like a suited figure in some ways here. Street gear figure at least. And then on the back, get the big glamour shot. You got the cross cell down below, of course. Looking interesting there. What's to say about Reggie from Series 135? Signature move. Nobody would ever know what this is called, but it's the big top pop and the spinning crossbody. You got Nikki ASH, Braun Breaker, Damian Priest, Brock Lesnar in Series 135 as well. Quite the series for the old basics. See you later, goodbye. Oh, Reggie in the plastic prison. Look at old white pants Reggie, like he's getting ready to go paint a house or something like that. See you later. Goodbye. Let's walk through the articulation on this one. We didn't walk through it on Seth, but all of these guys are going to have the same articulation, so we'll bust through this real quick. Arms go around, side to side at the elbows, back and forth at the elbows, out and back on the arms, hands side to side, head side to side, back and forth. Head does pull off very easily, like I was saying earlier. This one pulls off very easily. Looking good there. You get waist articulation, legs up. You get the bend at the knee, ankles side to side, and that is it for articulation-wise. This is a good-looking figure for a guy in the crowd. You want a guy in your backstage setup, things like that. This is one of those really good ones you can really smoke and mirrors, and I can see a lot of people buying him for their crowd. Very, very good-looking figure, and once again, if you want a Street Gear figure, you want to make your own Street Gear figure, pop the head off, put somebody else's head on there. You can mix and match, do a lot of things with a figure like this. So I know it doesn't probably resonate with the majority of the audience that wants wrestling figures. I think it can have a second life as a guy in a crowd, a guy in a street scene, a guy backstage. So there is a value in this one. I will say that for Reggie. But Reggie, not super iconic. We'll see where Scripps goes over there on NXT. He's stealing jackets and stealing hearts down there, I guess. Is what he's up to. Of course, we did get another version of Reggie. I believe this one is the Chase edition, I should say that, and I believe this one is the regular. But choose your Reggie. Do you like him in orange pants, or do you like him in white pants? Oh, it's so tough to choose. So tough to choose. But you got two versions of Reggie. You can even have these as the Reggie twins. They could be a tag team in your fig fed. Who knows? But you do have both versions of old Reggie right there. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? And what do you know? He does. He fits perfectly. So there's old Reggie and Seth Rollins, two guys ready to go out. A night clubbing, it looks like. They're going to go grab the club, see what's going on, see what all the fuss is about. Now we turn our attention to old Xia Li doing Xia Li things. Another one from NXT. First time in the line, last time in the line. We'll see what happens. Maybe she'll get an Elite in 2023. She is popping up on SmackDown. She started off hot, kind of disappeared. Now she's back a little bit as of current filming of this video. We'll see where she goes. Kind of surprised they didn't make her a Chase because I could see that happening first time in the line, getting a Chase. She's got a couple different colored outfits. I think that would have been easy to do. We'll see what happens in the future. Xia Li, WWE. First time in the line, hopefully not last time in the line. You know, on the back, you got some of her stablemates here. You got that old Cody Rhodes. I'm playing that long game. I'm going to get him for around $10 one of these days. Of course, Goldberg, an easy pass. And I do have Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode we're going to unbox here in this very video. Let's see what it says about old Xia Li on the back here. Signature move, the old Cyclone kick. And from one Cyclone to another, there's old Xia Li. Spinning heel kick is her other signature move. And she is a technician, a mat technician. Whatever happened to her gimmick thing with that boa and the master or whatever. I kind of liked that deal. That like master was really creepy and pulling the puppet strings. I thought that worked all right, but I think they released the master and boa. I think he got sick one day and never returned. I don't know what happened there. But she is Series 136, as we said. Gonna get her out of the package here. Uh-oh, rookie unboxing. We're gonna go up high, we're gonna go long. See you later, goodbye. Plastic prison for Xia Li. We'll bust her out, see what's going on here. Kind of excited for this one. See you later, goodbye. How did they get Xia Li here? Oh, one thing I noticed right off the bat is the ponytail. Looks like we got some movement there. A little bit of movement. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the case or not. You got to be careful with that, as you could easily break this off. I could see that happening. We've had Kofi Kingston basic figures in the past. I've seen in toy shop stuff with the ponytails broken off, so always be careful of that one right there. As far as articulation goes, it's going to be the same as Reggie. We do get a boot cut on her, but the ankle's totally fused on the female. Always feels a little bit strange. We do get a little bit of extra accessories here. We don't get a lot of the times in basic. You got her kind of overlap flapping there, right over the top there. Her little skirt action. Looking really good. Got a nice dragon in there. The green and gold here, I believe she's a casual Oakland A's fan. Casual, not a hardcore, a casual. She knows who Ricky Henderson is. We'll put it that way. Looking really good there. She's got the painted on green on the forearms. Of course, the green and gold top, green and gold on the boots. Doesn't look half bad. Lightness, I think, is okay when you give me this whole package, and obviously I know it's Xia Li. So, well, yeah, it's Xia Li, but if you came to me and said, hey, who is this head? I'm not sure if I could tell you who the head it is. The head does pop off very easily for your mix and match options, whatever you want to do. But it isn't too bad of a figure. Does she have her tattoos? No, she doesn't have all of her tattoos. I know she has some on her back. She's got one up there on kind of her chest. She's got a little bit going on the biceps, so that is nice. And then, of course, a bunch on her legs. So at least they gave her a little bit of that stuff. Sometimes basics, you know, they cheap out on that kind of stuff. And as a whole, I do think the basics line, it doesn't get a lot of praise, doesn't get a lot of discussion, but I do think it has gotten a lot better in the last couple of years. We've actually got some accessories with things from time to time. They've done really smart things, making elite buyers like myself and possibly you, for example, coming out with characters like Braun Breaker. Perfect example. Everybody wants a Braun Breaker Elite. Well, here's Braun Breaker in the basic line, and make people buy that because, hey, they can't wait for the Elite, whatever. Get some extra sales, putting that business hat on. Good work by Mattel right there, if you ask me. But this Xia Li, it's passable. For $10, it's passable, and who knows, will we ever see an Elite of her? I guess we'll find out one of these days. But there's old Xia Li, looking like a Xia Li can only look. And now we turn our attention to one of the guys that's been around forever. We're talking about Dolph Ziggler, and I believe this is the Chase edition. Pink is the regular edition. Dolph Ziggler, he's had a lot of elites, of course, but very underrepresented in the elite department over the years. I don't know what it is. He's one of those guys I think a lot of people do take for granted. I think Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, and even AJ Styles a little bit, not as bad as the other two, but they are taken for granted because they're always around. They don't really get hurt very often. They're usually hanging around. They're always on TV. Dolph Ziggler, though, I think he just kind of comes and goes, but they don't get injured. They're always there. You can't really have a chance to miss them, and there's something to be said about that, I guess. Sometimes distance makes the heart grow fonder, as they say, and if you're around all the time, it's just kind of taken for granted until they're gone. And I do think one of these days when Dolph Ziggler leaves, retires, same with The Miz, they'll be like, gosh, you know, I really like The Miz a lot more than I thought I did. I can't believe I'm saying that, but very cool there, Dolph Ziggler. In the nice bluish kind of pants there, looking really good. Got that big cheesy smile going on, Dolph Ziggler, WWE. Got the same thing on the back. A little cross-sell, same line as Xia Li, of course. Looking good on the back. What's it say about him? Signature move, the good old zigzag. And then, of course, the super kick. And he is a technician. Oh, he's doing technical things all day long. Listening to Motley Crue, doing some technical things, getting after it. See you later. Goodbye. And there he is in the old plastic prison. And I can see a lot of people buying this one, popping the head off, using it for custom Dolph Zigglers, moving it to other figures, things like that. Because, like I said, it's been, see you later, very silent in Dolph Ziggler figures over the last couple of years, really, for the most part. We are getting a SummerSlam Elite, I believe, in 2023, part of that Mr. Perfect Build-A-Figure wave. I believe that's the case. Don't quote me on that, but I think that is what is going to happen. But we get old Dolph out of the package here. Always really do like this one. I love the colorful, very 80s, very 90s. And then you got the dirty dogs on the back of the tights. Of course, he's going to match up with our old boy Bobby Roode here, looking really, really good. White and black on the boots against the really baby blue color and the gray on the side, the gray on the back. Looks really good. You get the hot pink, the hot neon green on the forearms, looking good. The wrist tape, or I guess I should say the gloves, is what I should say, on the hands, looking really good. And I love that he got a fist. Don't get a lot of fists in all these basics all the time. Every once in a while, it seems like the gripping hands are the majority of basics, but we do get a fist with the Zigman here. Of course, looking really good with the blonde hair, got the high pony going on. A little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow beard there. Looking really good. I always felt like they kind of got his face smushed a little bit. He is a little bit more chiseled. It's kind of jumbled up like a pumpkin is kind of what it reminds me of a little bit. And he had that in that one. Oh, what Elite series was that? I'd have to look, but it was the one he had the chase where I think he had the gray and the pink. He always also had that face looking kind of that way as well. But Dolph Ziggler really fit on a ringside stand. He's fighting it. He doesn't want to go on there. He's taking his final stand, but he did finally fit. So we got Dolph Ziggler looking really good. A nice return to the figure line. It's been a while, like I said, since we've had a Dolph Ziggler figure, so I'm happy to see that. But speaking of Dolph Ziggler, how about we do it again? Let's run it back with the Tag Team Edition. We got old Dolph looking really good. Same thing, same packaging. The figure is just the difference. Of course, a lot of similarities. That's what we see with the chases. But I think Ziggler is a good guy to go for the chase because it makes a lot of sense. We don't get a lot of figures. It's kind of a 2-in-1, and it really is a 2-in-1 there. The back is going to be the exact same what we saw with the other one, of course, being the chase. Pull it out of the package. See you later off the ceiling. Goodbye. Plastic Prison, the pink Dolph Ziggler, and I think I really do prefer the pink version, especially See you later. Since it matches the Bobby Roode figure, that works a lot better for me. But everything is going to be the same here with this Dolph Ziggler. I didn't mention in the other one that he does have the United States of America flag right there in his crotch. Hey, why not? Whatever works for you. But we do get the different color here. You get the pink and the gray and the black. Get the exact same boots. You do get the different wrist tapes over here. You get the purple and red instead of the green and the neon pink. So there is some differences to that. The head is the same. The body is the same. But man, it looks really good, and this is one of those ones you could easily dress up. You go to one of these figure companies, they can make you a jacket, a jean jacket, things like that. You could dress up this Dolph Ziggler, make him feel different from this one, hide some of the basic articulation, and you'd almost feel like you have an elite Dolph Ziggler in your collection. So I would love a jean jacket of some sort to go with him like he wears to the ring, kind of the cutoff hoodie he's got going on, almost like Randy Orton. I think that would work really, really good on here. Of course, you got the Dirty Dogs on the back as well to match Bobby Roode. It all makes sense. And he also, he doesn't want to fit this one. The other one fought me too, as you guys saw. Oh, there it is. He sits on the ringside collectible stand. Old Dolph Ziggler. The Zigmans together, they ride again. There you go. You can have a Reggie's, the tag team of Reggie's versus the tag team of Dolph Ziggler's if you needed to. You could easily do that. Now, finally, we get Bobby Roode, another guy that started off pretty hot. We had that entrance great back in the day. We had a Survivor Series elite. We've had a few basics in the NXT line, the regular line, and then he's kind of just fizzled out, unfortunately. No more elites from him for quite some time. Would really love to get these two in elite form, but this will have to do for now. And I love getting tag teams in the elite line and the basic sets. There's something special about a tag team being paired together, a group. Always think it's cool, and to get these guys in the same set, it plays all the hits for me, so I really do like that. But we got old Bobby Roode, a little bit of a plain Jane figure, but he's got a beard you can set your watch to if you need to, so you can just get that timed up, of course. You got Bobby Roode inside, WWE Series 136 as well. On the back, cross-sell, those guys we've been unboxing. Got the tail of the tape. Let's see what it says about our old friend Robert Bobby Roode. Signature moves, the old glorious DDT and the spine buster like a young Arn Anderson. Of course, he is also a technician. And I believe Bobby Roode just had like some neck surgery, so hopefully he's going to recover real good from that. See you later. Wishing him well. Wishing him well over here on the channel. And there's old Bobby Roode looking like a Bobby Roode could look like if he was in basic 136 as part of the Dirty Dogs. Looking really good. And finally, bam, see you later. Goodbye down the middle. Now we get Bobby Roode, and this looks to be an updated head sculpt, I believe. Or maybe it's just different hair. He's got the fade going on. Definitely looks like Bobby Roode, though. I don't mind this at all. It's good to have some updated Bobby Roode action here. And he's a fairly easy one with a little bit of a plain Jane going on. You could maybe grab his other elite, pop this head on there, have a little updated version. You could do that. I'd have to imagine his Survivor Series elite doesn't set the wallet on fire. I don't know for sure, but I think you could mix and match, do some of that if you really wanted to. But this is one of the more stiffer basics. And I think out of all these basics we got here today, this reminds me a lot of old school, very stiff basics from the last couple of years, where these feel like they've got a little bit of improvements. They're not as tight as some basics. Sometimes basics are almost unplayable if you're a little kid. That's kind of how this one feels, especially in the knees. You can't even get the knees to barely move. I hated that on basics. And then I always hate how the legs are so tight together. I wish there was a little bit of a stance. I don't want them like they just jumped off a horse, but I'd like a little bit more gap between the legs on these. But it is what it is. He does got the black forearm painted on there. Of course, it's all painted being a basic. You got the pink tights, so he can match Dolph Ziggler. You got the Dirty Dogs on the back. Does say Glorious on the front, so that's nice attention to detail. And then you get the black knee pads and the black boots. So a very plain Jane figure really as a whole. But good one, a good representation of Bobby Roode. Happy to have him here. Happy to have the Dirty Dogs in tag team form. I think that does work a lot. And can I get him on a ringside stand? Yes, I can. There you go. So looking good there. Old Bobby Roode, the Dirty Dogs ride again. Very cool to get a tag team. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the tag teams on the shelf. I always think they look good together. I'm here for that all day long. If I had to rank this entire set really quick, I think we're going to go Seth Rollins #1. I feel like I'm playing chess. Seth Rollins #1. I'm going to go pink Dolph Ziggler. Then I'm going to go teal Dolph Ziggler as he falls off the stand. Off to the side. We lost our chess piece. And then who goes in at #4? Sleeper Reggie's coming in because of the multi-use and plain Jane-ness of him. Sometimes plain Jane's not a bad thing. Then I'm going to go then I'm going to go Xia Li. Then I'm going to go Bobby Roode. So Xia Li, okay, not absolutely great, but good representation. First time in the line, I'm here for it. And then Bobby Roode, just way too stiff, but I am happy we got it at the end of the day. So a Murderers Row lineup of basics. We'll be back, of course, with another basics unboxing. Hopefully we'll get, I think I got a Sami Zayn on the way, so I might have that one. Cody Rhodes eventually. We'll see. We'll get to some more basics down the line. Like to pile them up like this, do them all together, because they're not as detailed as the Elites or the Ultimates, as you guys know. But what are your thoughts on basics? Do you pick and choose? Do you totally pass? Are you going to grab any of these? Are you going to pass on any of these? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. Give this video the old Hacksaw Jim Duggan thumbs up. It's always appreciated, and it does help the channel. You can also check out videos like this much earlier on Patreon. This is one of those ones that kind of sits around and then we finally get to it. But you can check this out on Patreon, along with tons of other bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, early access to videos, you name it. But best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget about social media. SirPaul64 is where you'll find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for basics, I'm Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.